On today's show, we're going to go through some of the highest probabilities in the NBA. Make sure you stay and wait till the end of the video because you might have a chance to win $1,000 cash tomorrow. And I'm going to tell you exactly how you can do that. So let's go ahead and jump into today's stuff. But before we get to that, let's talk about yesterday's show. All right, yesterday's show. On the show, we talked about Anthony Edwards. We had him to go under his PRA number. He ended up smashing that one. That one was easy. Reason why? Clippers didn't show up. And guess what? They got blown out. Anthony Edwards, they didn't need much from him. So we ended up hitting that one pretty easily. Then we had Damian Lillard. And in a game where it got a little sweaty with his PRA number, we still ended up hitting that. It wasn't as easy, but he ended up going over his number as well. As for the group, we did not do as well. All right, we had Anthony Davis to go over 38.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He had a 75% probability to do so. But the teams from LA just chose not to show up last night. Neither team, the Clippers nor the Lakers, none of them wanted to show up and none of them wanted to play. That includes Anthony Davis, who showed up, couldn't hit a shot, and ended up sitting a whole quarter and a half pretty much. Didn't want to do anything. He put up 20 points, rebounds, and assists, which is absolutely terrible for him. LeBron actually had a decent game, even though they got blown out by 40. But nonetheless, Anthony Davis didn't do absolutely anything for us. Now let's get to Trae Young. We had Trae Young to go over 32.5 points, rebounds, and assists. This guy has been so up and down the whole entire year. I don't know what's going on with him. One day he can score, one day he can't. Next thing you know, he doesn't want to shoot. Seems like as of late, he doesn't want to score more than 15 points. I don't know what's going on with Trae Young. But I was iffy on this one from the beginning because even 2 days ago, I think we talked about this on the show, where he's just super inconsistent. I don't know what's going on with him. If he's hobbled, if he's hurt, he doesn't want to shoot the ball. He just wants to dish and be the distributor, pretty much. That's it. And that proved the same thing last night. We had him to go over 32.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He had a 76% probability to back it, so of course, we had to go and roll with it, but he disappointed once again because he didn't want to shoot the ball like he normally does, and he only put up like 15 or 16 points, something like that. And he did put up a decent amount of assists. He actually got pretty close. I think he had like 29 points, rebounds, and assists. So he got close to the number, but all he needs is a couple more threes and he surpasses that number, and he just doesn't want to put it up. So I don't know what's going on with Trae Young as of late, but it is what it is. Let's get to today's slate. All right? Today's slate, we're going to start with the F-bombs because that's the most important thing, right? The F-bombs. We are 11-3 in the last 12 days, so if you guys want access to those, make sure you click the link in the description. They are under the gold membership, all right? With the gold membership, you get all the F-bombs, and you also get to learn how I come up with these probabilities that I show you every single day on this show. So make sure you guys go and click the link in the description if you guys want access to that stuff. Now, in the NBA for today, let's start with Darius Garland. Darius Garland has a 61.9% probability to go over 24.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's going against the fifth worst team at guard in the point guard position. So we got the matchup. Decent probability. I mean, it's lower 60s, but it's decent probability. The number is not too hard to get, 24.5. Only thing is, Donovan Mitchell's number one on this squad, so we already know that, if Donovan Mitchell goes off, Garland's going to suffer from that, obviously. He'll rack up some assists, but he's not going to score as much. We need Garland to score at least 15 to 18 points to have a shot for him to get over that 24.5 mark. He's not going to get a crazy amount of rebounds. He'll get a decent amount of assists, but we do need him to score as well. But Garland can flip the script sometimes. As he did a couple nights ago, he ended up outscoring Mitchell and scored like 30-plus points. So Garland could definitely go off if he has a great game. But obviously, it's always iffy taking it over on the second option on the team because if the first option goes off, the second one usually suffers. But 24.5 is not a crazy number to get. So he could have a mediocre game and still be able to surpass 24.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Let's go ahead and get to SGA. All right, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got a 66.7% probability to go under 44.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's going against the seventh best team at guarding his position. Now, we have some resistance tonight for this play. SGA is known for getting in that range of 38 to 42, all right, PRA. He's known for that. So this one's probably going to get sweaty for sure. I do not think this will be an easy win whatsoever. He's not going to go out there and put up only 20 points, rebounds, and assists. That's not going to happen, and especially with Holmgren not in the game whatsoever because he's out for the year. And Jalen Williams will take some usage from SGA, but not a crazy amount. So everything does run through SGA. We just got to hope that he doesn't have the greatest game, that he has for the season, which I doubt he's going to have a phenomenal game. But if he has a decent game to upwards of a good game, he's going to fluctuate in that number of 44.5. So this one could get sweaty for sure. All right, but we do have a 66.7% probability to back it. And like I said, there should be a little bit of resistance against him tonight, as the team that he's facing is the 7th best at guarding the point guard position. So hopefully they could limit him a little bit. Everything's going to roll through SGA regardless, but we just got to hope that he just doesn't go off. As long as he doesn't go off, he should be able to get under this number, and I'm going to say probably by 1 or 2 points. So it's probably going to get sweaty, and it's going to get close for this play for sure. Now let's get to everybody's favorite part of the day. When I talk about what? Giving away $1,000 cash. Tomorrow, giving away $1,000 cash to a lucky subscriber that comments GOAT. So make sure you are commenting GOAT down below and you are subscribed. Also, comment and show some love as well, guys. All right, don't be afraid to comment and show some love. Make sure you guys are liking the videos, all that good stuff, because it definitely helps out the channel. That is for sure. But you have to be subscribed. All right, make sure you hit that button to subscribe, because it takes more effort to comment than it does to click that little bar that says subscribe. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel, and also turn those notifications on, so that way you know every time we're putting up a show. Every time the show goes on, you get notified. It's that simple, because people have been hitting me up in the DMs and stuff and are like, when do you do the show? When's the time? Hit the notification. Guess what? You'll get a little notification on your phone as soon as I go live. All right? So make sure you guys are doing all that stuff as well. One more thing I do want to mention. The plays that I give, these player props that I give you guys on this show, they are alternate player props, okay? So alternate player props, they are going to be under the section of player combos, alternate numbers in your sports books. The most common sports books are BetRivers, Ballybet, FanDuel, DraftKings that have those alternate numbers. So if you can't find those numbers, they're at that sports book, all right? But just because they're at that sports book doesn't mean that's the only sports book they're at, all right? Those are sports books that have the most common ones that you can find probably the most easily. They are available at multiple other sports books and some offshore stuff as well. But the most common ones are the ones that I just told you guys. All right, so make sure you are going inside your sports book to find that stuff. All right, it's not going to be out there in the front. You know what's going to be on the front? A 5-game, same-game parlay with a 10% boost that you're going to end up losing. That's what's going to be on the front page. Go in and do some work and research exactly where to find these player props at. Because I get comments every single day. People can't find them. They're out there, guys. I don't just make this stuff up. All right? So make sure you guys are doing what you got to do to be able to get these plays down, because obviously if you're paying attention, you should be winning just like everybody else that comments and says that they are winning when they watch the show.